At last, Lucy lets out a soft sigh. When I laid on when I laid on you all that bullshit when you opened up on that roof, my baggage, you thought the worst of me, didn't you? All the questionable and weird shit I must have done back then have resulted in me. I thought I could be the better man and not judge you. It was still you, though, the one I came to care for. It's all in the past, then. The painful tone of voice makes my heart ache. Lucy, you're still you. She looks really conflicted on the inside, like she's holding back something. Anon, please, no, it doesn't matter now, right? I hate what I did so much, and I'm willing to pretend that absolutely none of that happened. Her voice cuts off, she chews on her bottom lip. She can do that! She's afraid her memories will be painful, but for me... Yeah, you're gonna fucking die, man. That whole discovering myself quest that led me to talking and hanging around people like Trish. Now, where did that start? Like, I got the impression that Trish started it, but, like, this implies you moved towards Trish. Her voice is a hiss as if she's spitting venom with these words. The gender, pronoun shit. No one high school sucked. No one ever wanted to come near me and stick around to see where it went. That wasn't the gender pronoun shit. That was you being a fucking asshole. Don't confuse the two. I was yeah, you were an asshole. Listen. Let me tell you something I learned from D&D, right? Let me tell you the ancient. There are no problem players. There is exactly one type of problem player, and it's an asshole. Power gamers, cheaters, all that fun. They're just assholes. If you put them into little brackets, sure, you can find some cute details and overlapping things. But the end game is, they don't respect you, and they're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole, Lucy. That's the story. You can say, well, I was being shitty to people who didn't get it, but you could have just not done that and tried to, like, form bridges and then get weird about it, you know? Invert the order of operations you had in your head? I don't know. I was so shitty to everyone that didn't get it. And the people begged me to be like them. They didn't care about me either. What does that even mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you, but, like, straight people don't walk up to trans people or gay people and go, please be straight, and insist. No, that's not how that works. That's not what they do. Conversion camps aside. She growls. Tears threaten to fall from her eyes. Oh, that's always a competition to see who had the worst baggage. And I always lost because I never had that bad... Yeah, you do live in a fancy house, and you've made up all your problems. You're just a fucking twat. This is everything I didn't want out of Ending 3. Fuck, it is such a right guy rant who doesn't get it. This legitimately doesn't actually understand what the problem is. There's a problem. This ain't it. So I'm not going to humor it. Oh, didn't you? But you did it. You were still an asshole if you didn't want it. Fuck off. Like, all the other endings don't touch on this. They're not that harsh on this. This ending, doing it anyway, just feels wrong. And I guess the point is that Fang has no Fang points to realize that that's not the problem. But fuck you. You know? Jump off a cliff. It'll do you some good. You know, like Nasser. Did him a lot of good too, didn't it? Made him a track star, apparently. You can let it all out. Well, there goes that shirt. I mean, he's going to lose it anyway in the war. I mean, like, this isn't detransitioning. This is just being an old person and regretting your past self, you know? There's a difference. And I don't like it. No. Fang, please. Please. Get your Fang points, please. You can change while I'm gone, you know? That's one thing I don't like about stories like this, is that because, like, these characters change in 6 months, and then for 4 years nothing changes? What? Now that's just rude. Thing. Like, what you're doing, Fang, is you're projecting everything you did wrong onto a character trait that is externalized from yourself. Instead of admitting that you were a bad person and made the wrong decisions and were rude and inconsiderate to people and that you shouldn't have been like that and should have prioritized, you know, being friendly and accepting and willing to communicate, you know, the stuff those people talk about, and projecting into being non-binary inherently made me worse. That's why people complain about this, I see, because that's the wrong message. What you are literally saying is that the problem isn't that you are a bad person, it's that you're Christian. It doesn't work like that. You can't make it like that. Like, yes, it increases your odds and it gives you certain excuses, but it doesn't work like that. Yes, but that's unrelated. That's underneath. Get your fang points. Please. Like, my big problem is, like, you can have this theory, right? You can have, but it's so on the nose just complaining about it instead of kind of trying to touch upon it. It's uninterested in what it's actually trying to say, or what it's talking about. And I don't like that, because it makes it insincere. And it makes Fang sound like a little bitch. Ba-ba-da-ba, something came up, and it's important. You know what I really love about the fucking archive or own is, like, when you click on a comment, it's like, this comment is on chapter 4, and you click on, okay, I'll click on the thing that links to my thing. It doesn't link to the chapter, it links to the first one. So every single time I do that, I'm like, oh, I'm not on the right chapter. Huh. I love it when I write stuff and it's unintentional. Someone's like, hey, that's pretty clever. Hey, I guess that's true. Sadly, not Ferris's full name. Aww. Before I can say anything else to my girlfriend, I hear the sound. Familiar gray tone. Why did he buy a car in his skin color? Why are you like that? Oh, it's the money. Yeah, you probably don't need cash in the military. I'm pretty sure they take care of most stuff, and you spend your money on, like, weird shit in your own little script currency. Why is everyone going to Tracy's? Why is Tracy's so fundamental to ending 3? Hot dogs are perfect meals for those snoots. Again, it feels so drawn out. Like, I know that I write very purpley prose, but my purpley prose is usually purpley because it talks about feelings and emotions and situations and circumstances and shit. See you later, Skinrow. And only in ending 2 do we get to see you again. Oh my god, I remember the scene. I hope it's not long, though, because I barely remember it. Jesus Christ, though. Listen, Anon. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna be gone for a while. Yeah. Yeah. So, rifleman or infantry or whatever it's called? Huh? What are they gonna make you? Like, it's digging ditches? Not to come over or anything. I shake my head. At least he was starting to catch his poor words. Now. Ditch digger. Yeah, I'll be doing that too. But they had me take an ASVAB test. They made me want to make me do some more mechanical stuff. Hey, your odds of dying are less, Anon. Don't be so worried. You'll probably die a little bit. A little bit. What's an ASVAB test? Let's see. It is the Armed Services Vocabulary Aptitude Battery. Why is it called a battery? Because they beat the crap out of it? Because battery is like the term used for actually, everyone says, oh, that's assault. No, assault is when you do it. Assault is when you imply to do it. Battery is when you do it. Anon should be. Tanks suck. Like, American tanks have gotten better over the years, but, like, old-fashioned tanks were awful. Yeah! Like, being in a tank was the worst. The reason Sherman did as well is because you survived being in it. But those T's from the Russians, yeah! Terrible. You would die. And it was miserable. I mean, yeah, I'll be doing that too, because the engines are huge. Everything is built. Jesus Christ. But they made me do an ASVAB test, and they want me to do something more mechanical. I think the code was 19K? 12K? What does that mean? Hold on. Hold the phone. Phone held. Plumber. Apparently that's plumber. 19 is M1 armor crewman. Damn! So Anon is either the guy who fixes the toilet, or he sits in a tank. What a disparity. They're pushing me into being a there we go. Can you even drive, dude? There are like... Listen. One guy drives the tank, one guy does spotting, there's probably a guy who does mapping duties, who's probably the spotter. There's, I think, a machine gunner, there's the turret guy, and then there's the guy who reloads it, right? Like, there's a whole bunch of shit in a tank. There's also an engine guy. There's a lot. Tanks are not easy. They're very impressive. Anyway, I decided something more my alley. Kind of like shitpost, more official, I think. I love how just nothing... What's shitposting? Never mind. The number thing is 46R. Hold on. I imagine that Google's very confused about what's going on here. Broadcast journalist? Public affairs mass communications specialist. These are the numbers I'm getting. Yeah, that is kind of like shitposting, I guess. Oh, he heard that. NASA nods his head and looks off. What a weird conversation. I've been meaning to say for a while. Paps. Kudos. Yeah, I got the pats. Yeah! I didn't even know that. I was just making shit up. Nah. I've heard some people talk about tanks and stuff. So, I have a vague idea what you need in a tank. Just a vague one. But again, like, that shit sucks. Although I've seen modern tanks, like really modern tanks, have like little screens and shit, and it's kind of cool. Although even if you have a little screen, you almost want to have a little window, because you know, if your camera gets shot, you want to have a little window. Although that's what reactive armor is for, right? Man, they got some weird shit in tanks nowadays. Thanks, Anon, I mean it. I didn't know what I was doing for a while. You didn't take the hit. Yeah, I guess he also helped Nasser in a way. Sorry. Honestly, I'd still be that scared little kid stressing out over being something I didn't need to be. What are you talking about, Nasser? Your big change is with your sister. It changes nothing about what you're doing as a career. Hang on. Let's actually look it up. What are tank crew positions? How many crew are in a tank? A tank is usually operated by 4 soldiers. How cool. What is the crew of a tank? Tank commander, aka the big man. The gunner, aka the guy who shoots the bigger gun. The loader, the guy who puts the ammo back in the gun so the gun can shoot again. And the driver man. The tank commander is the guy in charge. He's the man who says, you do that thing, and you do that thing. And everyone says, yes, sir. I wonder who has the wrench. Who bangs the engine until it works again? I say that, but fuck, tank engines are huge and just so complicated. What the hell, man? What are they called again? Rotaries or something? Gas turbines? Look, I'm gonna look. Hello, Mr. FBI man who's investigating me. Thank you. A gas turbine engine, and they are so goddamn massive. And they are so weird. But you need one if you want to move a goddamn tank. Those things are heavy. I mean, they're made out of metal. What do you want? Let's see. The Abrahams has an Avco Lioming AGT 1500. 1500 is how many men you need just to lift one up. All you need is one well-aimed shot. Yeah, that's the thing about tanks. Sure, they're tough, but if anything gets in there, there's fire, there's smoke, there's panic, there's heat. You're going to feel it, and you're going to be like, where's the exit? And your tank commander's going to be like, hold on, we're going to get one shot in that guy. And it's like, no, the gunner just got his leg shot off. And the gunner's like, I can shoot. I can do it. Because the gunner wants his revenge. His legs will be avenged. Lucy had to come back at some point. Kind of happy she kept quiet to give me a nice sorrow moment. It's what a bittersweet moment ruined by the fact that Lucy's just fucking full of shit. Knee sitting chair. All this time we avoided saying goodbye to each other, but eventually it has to happen. This ending is so goddamn drawn out with nothing happening. Lucy, hang on. Horrifying tugging pain hits me in the chest. It's a heart attack. You'll be fine when I'm gone, right? Yeah. I seriously have no idea what's going to happen to her. I reprehend any thought that something bad might happen to her. This is going to be like Bastion, where you send your money back, but someone took it, and your mom's dead. I always thought that was super sad about Bastion. Like, in Bastion, the protagonist, I think the kid, is his name. He goes out to the wall, and he does, like, a very nasty service, because the wall sucks. And he sends his money back to mom, and then he comes home and mom isn't there and the money isn't there, and it's clearly implied that either someone stole the money and killed his mom, or his mom was dead and someone else took the money and it replaced. Like, it's not good. It's terrifying. It's terrible. Such a low-key comment, and it's very well done. Unlike this ending, which can eat a dick. It knows a bunch of military stuff, but doesn't fucking matter. Still. Can you promise me that if I do see you again, you'll be a better person? One thing I do like is that future Anon and Amalgam High will almost certainly become like a history curator / involved with like the Octavian school system. One, Octave wants to groom him into being like a successor. And two, I like that I gave him a history buff. A little history noggin. Just works. God damn it. Stop it, phone. If I do see you again, that you'll be a better person? Us both. Better persons. Okay. I'll be a better person. But you have to promise me something too. That you'll come back. I mutter. Okay, she mutters. Okay, good. It's settled then. I'm not going to die. But you put some I mean, like, again, there's enough in context to imply that this is like the worst way to say goodbye. I was a bus driver waiting on you at all. That's not where the bus is. Oh, yeah, I was going to Nasser. Ooh, Anon money. Oh, those are slats. It's just really weirdly set up. Damn, dude. Damn. Let's all laugh at an industry that never learns anything. Hee hee hee. Vanished from each other's lives. Let's read this one, because I think this is kind of good stuff. I got inside and waved back at them. I gave the driver my regards and laid back, looking at my feet. I must have thought about a lot of other things then. Like what would have happened if I just jumped out the window and ran to her. Or if I would die and never see her again, like in that Goon Snoot music video. I looked back to see if I could get a glimpse of her. My eyes frantically searched the small figures, and there she was. Caught her mid-motion, crying on Nasha's shoulders. And then the bus rounds the corner, and they're gone. Love the tail at it.